Welcome back to part 5 of 6 of the DC tutorials. Today we're going to be doing Aquaman. So let's begin. So this is his 5th member of the Justice League. So to start off with, like usual, we're going to do the circle method. So we're going to be doing the circle method to sketch out the size of the body. So we'll put a dot in the middle of the paper so we know. Right, so we've got a centre point. Then we're going to draw the head. Right. Then the chest. Then shoulders. Like that, then a fist. Claw goes way above his head. Right. This is roughly what we're going for. And then he has like big armour. Alright, so we've got a rough sketch of what he's going to look like. Okay, so let's begin with some details. Right, so we have a dot in the centre of our face. And then we want to put a line. We're going to add 5 dots, equally spaced. So like that's 1 dot, that's 2 dots. I want to do them same distance. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So these would be the eyes here. And then we're going to do like a triangle for the nose. And then we'll put a circle there for the nose. So he's got very narrow eyes. His eyebrows are raised. Right, so same principle as usual. Tear ducts on the inside to where the nose is. Round at the bottom. Shape on the top high. And then you want to add in an eyelid on the top on both sides. Now he's pulling a crazy, angry sort of face with his eyebrows. Sort of go up like that, his eyebrows. So, and the very thick eyebrows. So from here, same again, he looks angry. I'm just going to draw him as lines to start with before we add in, thicken him up. And then the nose. So we do an eyelid on the bottom of each eye. You can add some eyelashes, just really tiny ones. And the eye, right. Got eyelashes on the top. We're just going to darken where the eyelid is. Fill in our eyelashes. I'm going to thicken the bottom part of the eye up, so I'm going to try and make it more closed. On his left eye, you can see all of his eyeball. On the right, you only see the top part. can see all of the bottom. Not sure why, but here we are. Adding a pupil. Shade that in. I'll do a pupil on this side. Shade that in. It's got a big shadow here that you can't really see. His face. So I've just put a curve under his nose. He's got quite a big U shape going on for his nose. And then you can add in the nostrils. You draw your faint lines on the inside of the eye. I'll show you how wide we want it. So the U shape just a little bit narrower. The nostrils. Then add in the nostril. Put in a bit of texture lines there on his facial cheek. His eyes are very black underneath, like he's got mascara on. Very dark eyelids. So I'll add in his eyebrow, which comes above and down. I'm going to shade these in pretty dark. And the same on this side. Nice and thick eyebrows. Into a little point on that side. Just got little texture lines across here. I'm just going to apply some shade in here so I can get the gist of how it should be. There's like a little spot here. Shadow ears on his eyebrow. It's very angry. Then here I'm going to draw a circle so we can determine where the lips are. So you can't really see his top lip because it's covered in his beard. So we'll just assume his lips come down. Same principle as before on the previous videos. Draw a faint line on the inside of the pupil on either side, and then we'll draw the lips going that distance. So we're going to do this quite dark, this is going to be his bottom lip. It's a heavy shadow underneath it. Now his top lip you can't see because he's got the beard above it. bushy beard, that. Like a slight gap here. So it's very difficult to see. So the shadow this side. And he's got a wet beard. So obviously he's Aquaman. So yeah, I'm gonna like add in a cheekbone here. Try and add in some facial features. Yeah. Going up. From his forehead, eyebrow, looking at. So his face slightly gets fatter this side. This is where his ear is, which you're not going to see a lot on it because it's covered by hair. But then you've got like a strong jawline. It's very square. So his face really doesn't sort of shape at bottom, doesn't really matter because we're going to be drawing beard down. So from here, from his ear, sort of goes down. That's going to be beard. All this is. Probably want to add in like little highlights when you colour it. You don't want to see the chin, so we'll have to make sure the beard is darker than the bottom of the chin line. Right, then on this side we're going to curl this round. Your shadow is here, and darken this up. His lips in there. Got a very pitted face here. Again, this is beard on this side. Got like a little scratch maybe down here, or scar. Right, where his nose is. Add in some texture, some watermarks on his forehead. So here, right where the eye is, there, it goes in, then out. So I'm going to have those there, and it comes back in. So it goes down his cheekbones, there, and then the beard. And then you'll be looking at his hair. So we've got, draw a little triangle at the bottom. It's going to be part of his suit. This bit's in black, can't see it, so we'll be colouring that in black. And then his suit is on. And here we've got his hair. Be narrow at the top, very narrow there. So it comes out more, and then out more at the bottom, all in different length. There his ear is. Big star. This is where his suit starts on this side, and his hair comes a little bit over it. Right. From here to there. Yeah, so we're just going to draw an oblong, like the crown on the top of his head. Then we can add the hair in. So he's got wet hair. Oh. Coming from the top, parting, running backwards through his hair. His ear being here. That's his hair. That's being his hair, that'll be all black, black, black. That'll be his neckline. From here, I'm going to make a start on his chest. Chest and the shoulder. Right, so here his shoulder is. I'm just going to follow my anatomy sort of thing that I can follow. It's quite, to this point, it's quite accurate to where we want things. The rough guide. So I'm just going to draw shapes a minute, try and get in a bit more of what we're looking at. That might be thicker. That'd be like a dark shadow. And the chest pec go in here. Then we want the same on the other side. Which would come round. His chest going round like that. Meeting under his armpit. Another dark shadow for his arm, underarm. And then the shoulder is going to extend down here. Nice round muscular shoulder. So this is like front of his arm, so his arm doesn't need to look too massive because it's like the front of the bicep. So this being the front of his bicep. So we need to, right, that be the shoulder, front of bicep, coming up here. So here his lats come under here. So nice and got that superhero V. And then we'll taper it down to a narrow waist. Then we got tricep. Bicep here. I'm going to make his chest go a little bit lower on this side. If I do it like that. Yeah, that's a bit better. Then if we follow the line from the middle of the chest, that's where the abs will be. Only issue we have here is we've made his body too. His lat wants to be there, 3/4 of his bicep. It needs to be wide enough. So I think that is how he's. So we've got, this is like his belt, whatever it is. So that's alright. Although this side here, I want a little bit more curve line. That can go a bit straight, then out. It looks too straight at the minute, that bit. So just go up sort of straight, then this bit curve out. Yeah, like that. Just going to narrow his waist again, make his waist a little bit slimmer. We've got lots of pattern to do for his body. Got kind of like mermaid trousers on. So we've got his body pretty much down, huh? Yeah, you're going to add in the elbow and forearm. So he's got lots of like, I don't know, like circular diamond sort of things. I'm just going to do rough shapes. So they're like half circles in a row, like nice and neat. It's kind of like that. We're either gonna go different directions. I'm gonna add in some dark areas of shading. We do dark on here, and we do it with pen, it'll be like that. See, because on this side now look like square area. That falls like that. That goes up and over its shoulder. Oh, these are really small ones. So we just sort of make these go not in a straight line. Kind of like when you draw Spider-Man and you have to do all the netting with webs all in different directions. So here it's like straight and these are diagonal. So these are like squares, these ones. I'm going to stick to circle, half circle. So it's just messy, nice and quick. Okie dokie. These are going to go on like so. Try and get them in some different directions. These follow this direction. So if you just draw a line in direction you want to put the shape of his arm, and then you can just draw along that line and follow pattern. So these I'm just going to do straight. These are sideways, but they're going to go up this way. And these are going diagonal. The patterns are getting worse now. So again, this is going to be shading, dark, nice dark under. This will be a bit dark. Yep, I'll do this dark. And I have to draw less shapes if I put the shading in. Dark on this bit. I'm going to make it the abs dark. The middle bit, put them in black line, thick black line. So his belt's like a triangle, rounded at bottom. Have to rub some pencil back out so you can see. I'm just going to draw this like a triangle, like an iron. Round at bottom, triangular at the top, round again at the bottom. Then we just want to put some shapes in. So similar shape inside, and then I'm just going to do another line in between them. Try and make it look 3D. And there's like a shiny part. Then you've got his belt, so for his belt, just make that, them lines up, round, so it looks like it's round his body. And then we're just going to do some shapes on here to make it look like it's got some texture and detail. So we just put lines like this across the top. And then across the bottom we'll do the same. We'll do the same on this side. Comes from back of his body, so it's look like he's wearing it. across the top line again. I'm just going to do the same as I did on the other side. And then the bottom. Got like little, draw another line beneath that, and then just going to do diagonal lines and make them into triangles. So we'll do that on this side as well. Same on bottom as top. It's all this. You draw lines. Do some shading there. Some lines across here. We can draw the little circles. The top, the bigger. Shadow, shadow. Do a shadow here. We'll do circles. Across the these are really, really small. Smaller than the ones on his top part, because it must be because they're closer. Here's his elbow that's in the water. From here you got from fingers, fist that you can't get to. That's like difficult to get that angle in. So his hand goes around it. You can't really get to see, draw the knuckles on. So you've got fingers here, and then they're going to go sort of back down and round for his knuckles. So I draw some sort of like netting here on his crotch area. We just can do that with diagonal lines. And just draw watermarks around him. So down here we need to draw some circles. So down here they're a lot smaller. So if I just draw some thin lines showing general direction of where his body he's going. So they're going down on this side, and then they swing up around the lats. Like this. And I'm just going to draw the same shapes, but just going to do them smaller and try and get as many as we can in. And then we've got to go over them in black. So I'm just going to do these very fast, because I know I've got to go over them again anyway. Almost there. Just keep going along with these. Fill in the lines with your half circles. And we're almost there. Don't have to be too neat because we're going to go over them again in pen and make them look sharper. Just do them all around. And then here the diagonal. Diagonal, diagonal. Diagonal up until he reaches bicep, direction changes. This is shadowed. Do that black. Do inside, outside black as well. You got less to draw. And just straight lines. And then he has his arm sort of creases there. Goes into his forearm. He has like an armoured glove on. And then a fist. So we'll draw a circle for a fist. It's hard to get it on now because I can't fit it. That wants to be right over there. Difficult to see any detail on his arm, but we do want it. The wrist goes in, then back out. Right. Just bang some detail on it, just make that bit up. All that on. So just put straight lines. And some random texture lines. And pretty much it really. We'll just finish off. We'll finish off his scales on this side. Do them like sideways squares. Same across these. So yeah, these are like diagonal. You see them more pointed. So when I go over it in pen, I'm going to do them more pointy. A bit. Take a bit more time on them so they look a bit better for final finish. You see like that. A few more, yeah. We'll finish off by drawing the fork that he has He's meant to be a lot higher up than his head, but we can't fit it on if we do that, so I'm just going to lower it. If you have got room for it, it's just like that. I'm not going to have room for it. It's kind of like a candle. This bit will go out. And it would do the same on that side. Nice and symmetrical. Middle piece would go straight up. Nice and pointy with spikes. And there, just have some more rain, water, sea drops, whatever. And that is his attempt at Aquaman, which is not too bad, to be honest. I thought it would have been worse. So, we just need to go over it in black ink now and then you're done. So this is part 5 of our Justice League superheroes. And the next one in the series will be Cyborg. So I'm just going to get us black fine liners, go around. I'm going to go around the... Thanks for watching, and don't forget to tune in to part 6, which will be Cyborg, coming soon. See you in the next one.